If it's so important, why is the federal government leaving a ban on handguns up to provinces and municipalities when the federal government could do that by changing the criminal code? Why couldn't you do that?
Well, first of all, Evan, I just want to say, following your previous guests, how heartbroken we all are to see the news out of Texas, to have seen the news out of Buffalo. Previously, I grew up near Buffalo, and so these things touch us. These things touch us profoundly, and obviously, we send out our not just our thoughts and our prayers, but also we're proud of our action. I mean, you've pointed it out, but we have taken action to ban assault-style weapons in Canada. We are implementing old Bill C-71, so that has a number of different measures for background checks and that sort of thing. And as the Prime Minister said, we're moving forward. And so this is under the leadership of Minister Marco Mendicino. I won't, and I'm proud of the record that we have, and I think we're going to take concrete measures moving forward, working with the provinces and working with the territories, as you've said, but obviously within areas of federal jurisdiction. So we will see the final shape of that when Minister Mendicino announces it.
Right.
But as I said, I'm proud of what we've done.
Can you give us any hint? Minister, I just want people to understand that Bill C-71, as you know, lifetime background checks, the authorization to transport prohibited and restricted firearms. I understand there's a lot of elements in that, but you're saying, and the Prime Minister said today, there's going to be new restrictions on firearms or safety restrictions. Can you just at least give us an outline of how soon this is going to happen and what the target's going to be?
Look, I can't promise you a date, but I have been involved, as have other ministers around the table. There have been consultations with experts, consultations with groups like Police Se Souvient, like the Mayor of Montreal and other mayors, and so I'm not going to preempt Minister Mendicino in his role, but I can tell you that we're doing the work diligently and we're doing the work proactively and progressively. And it's precisely because of these events that we see. And we haven't been immune to it in Canada. But I am proud of what we've done thus far in Canada, that the assault-style weapon ban being, I suppose, one of the primary pieces. But there's still so much more work to do, and we take that seriously.
Okay. Part of what you campaigned on was allowing provinces and municipalities to ban handguns, and that you would help. I know the Conservatives say this is the absolute wrong thing to do, that you're not targeting the right thing. We've debated that a lot, but I understand Montreal wants to do it. And can you tell us how many municipalities have approached the federal government and which ones to ban handguns? And then what actually happens there? What's the process that the federal government would do? Would you financially support municipalities? Do you have to make legal changes? What has to happen then?
Again, Evan, I'd rather not enter into speculation prior to the tabling of a bill that isn't even my bill. Although obviously I've had a role in all of this. So I don't want to preempt my colleague and friend Minister Mendicino, but I can say that there are options out there working with municipalities in terms of restrictions under the Firearms Act that we might work with municipalities to enforce. There's obviously criminal code provisions. I'm not going to promise any of that. I'm just going to say that these are the kinds of discussions that have been had with municipalities across Canada and with provincial leadership as well.